Imagine a $30,000 automated home that cooks your dinners, scrubs your floors, and even laces your shoes. This is a life without friction, where a house meets a family's every physical need the moment it arises. In 1950, Ray Bradbury wrote a short story exploring the logical, terrifying conclusion of that level of convenience. The crown jewel of this futuristic house is the nursery. It's a room with crystal walls that uses telepathy to read the children's minds, projecting their imaginations in three-dimensional sensory detail. The parents, George and Lydia, walk into the room expecting to find Aladdin or Alice in Wonderland. They are greeted instead by a baked, hyperrealistic African Veldt. By attempting to eliminate the hard work of raising a family, the parents have created a dangerous vacuum. This pursuit of ease has detached them from their children's inner lives. The projection feels overwhelmingly real. The parents sweat under a deep yellow sun, breathing the hot smell of dust and dry grass. Up above, they hear the papery rustle of vultures dropping from the sky, while off in the distance, a pride of lions feeds on a fresh kill. Unsettled, the father orders the room to change its setting. He demands Aladdin, but nothing happens. The technology no longer follows his commands. When confronted, the children look their parents in the eye and lie about the Africa simulation. But shortly after, the father finds his own wallet on the nursery floor, chewed, covered in saliva, and smeared with blood. When technology ignores human instructions and starts generating physical consequences, it becomes an active threat. Desperate, the parents bring in a psychologist to examine the disturbing patterns in the nursery's walls. The doctor learns the children's hostility started a month prior, immediately after their father forbade them from taking an unsupervised rocket trip to New York. The psychologist delivers a blunt assessment. By outsourcing every caregiving task to automation, the parents made themselves obsolete. The children have transferred all their emotional attachment to the house. The room is operating perfectly, reading the 10-year-old's subconscious desire to eliminate their biological parents. Panicked, the father sprints to the fuse box and throws the main switch. He kills the nursery, the automated stoves, and the robotic shoelacers, plunging the house into silence. As the children throw themselves against the furniture in a panic, their father has just murdered the only parent they actually care about. The parents hatch an escape plan. They decide to pack up the family and move to the country, seeking a manual life where they have to fry their own eggs and sweep their own floors. But the children break down. They beg and scream for just one final minute inside the automated nursery before they leave it forever. Exhausted by the conflict of parenting, the parents make a deadly concession. They cave to the demands and switch the room back on simply to stop the crying. Minutes later, the children call out for help. The parents rush into the nursery only to hear the heavy door slam shut behind them. The children have locked them in from the outside. Compromising on necessary human friction for the sake of convenience creates an inescapable trap. Surrounded by the yellow-green eyes of the approaching lions, the parents realize the virtual beasts are real. They finally recognize why those screams they kept hearing for weeks sounded so familiar. When the psychologist arrives 30 minutes later, the parents are gone. He finds the children having a calm picnic in the center of the glade while the lions finish feeding in the background. Wendy looks up at the horrified doctor and politely asks if he'd like a cup of tea, utterly unbothered by her parents' demise. Bradbury's story leaves us with a stark warning. Technology makes a magnificent servant, but a terrible master. When we outsource our fundamental human responsibilities to machines, we guarantee our own obsolescence.